Hello everyone, it's Paula from cropnotesandcrafts.blogspot.com, and we're going to finish up talking about how to make some nice little jewelry pieces for your mini books and albums, things like that, cards. And so let's take a look at paper clips and some of the other little things. These are all items that I have made. This was made out of brass wire, and it's made with square wire. So you do need square wire to make something like this for it to work well. If you did this with round wire, it would want to it just wouldn't keep its shape as easily. This was also made with square wire, and then it was twisted, and then I formed the S curves on my jig here. Okay, I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. Okay, these were all made with round wire. You can also make, little S, you can make your own chain, S chain. That's easy to do. So you can make, your little clips, and however many swirls you want to put on there, you can. And there's a large swirly paper clip, real simple to do. And then there's lots of different shapes you can bend. This is a pretty simple shape. Using the jig. So let me show you a little bit of how to do that. First, my tool, I would recommend, if you decide you want to do this, that you want to get a metal jig, or if you use one that's plastic, you want something that's really like an acrylic base and not an inexpensive plastic, because they just don't hold up. Okay, this is a product by Darice. It's called a Thingamajig. Picked it up at the craft store. Really easy to find those. And you can just form all different sorts of curved shapes with this. It comes with these pins. Okay, and they just slip down, and you form, depending on the size pin that you use and the way that they're placed on the jig, is dependent on what shape you're going to make. So for this large swirly paper clip, I started with the large pin, and I wrapped my wire. Okay. So I started that way, and then I moved to a little bit smaller pin. Part of this is handwork, and part of it is using the pins in the jig also. I think I got a little happy with that a little too soon, so I actually need to go around that a couple times. Okay, then I'm going to switch over, and I'm rushing here, so my shape isn't that wonderful, and I'm also working off to the side, so it's not helping me a whole lot either, but you get the general idea of how to put this together. So I'm going to come in and snip my wire. Okay. place this so I can see it a little bit better. It takes a little bit of practice. I've not done this in a while, so I'm definitely out of practice. Well, sure didn't make a nice shape this time because I'm hurrying and trying to do this for you real quick. But with a little practice, you can actually have this look just like a paper clip you would, buy straight from the office supply store. So, if you spend a little time with it, it's going to look more like that. So that's one. Another easy one is to take two of the pins, place them together like so. I'm also using pretty stiff wire for this, which you will want to do anyway. This is 20 gauge. Okay. Before I start, I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to just start to put just a little bit of a curve on that because that helps me out. Okay. So and this is easier to do with start with one pin. Okay. I'm going to come in with my other pin. Okay. And then I'm going to wrap it the other direction so that I get that S shape. Okay. Push that down. Now I'm going to take my round nose pliers and come in here, make a nice little loop. Then I need to trim this. And that may be too long, I'm not sure, I'll find out in just a minute. Really tough to try and keep my fingers out of the way so that you can see it. Okay. So, if I wanted this to be even, I would come in and clip a little bit more of this side out because it's a little bit longer, but you get the idea. And once you get your shape made, if you come in with your hard surface and a little light tap of a hammer, it'll help stiffen up that wire. Oops. We don't want to really change the shape of the wire. And we don't want to flatten it, but we just want to stiffen it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, now on to the next shape. Well, it looks like I'm running out of time. I guess we'll have to stop here and pick this up again.